Dave.
Ian.
Welcome, everybody, to the Apex Adjacent Automotive Podcast, where I always start us out by talking about things that aren't cars. Tonight is no exception. I have an update and an unboxing.
Oh, an unboxing. Unboxing videos are very popular on the intertubes. Yeah.
That's what I've heard. So I thought I'd do one now. And I thought, there's nothing more exciting because, in the last couple of weeks, one of the things we talked about was my passion in life.
Oh.
My passion in life. Remember?
I don't.
And I got something very exciting in the mail just so I could pursue my passion even further.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. You know what that is?
What is that?
It's a goddamn oven igniter. I've got to replace it again.
I had forgotten. It was such a core fundamental of your character that you love appliance repair. I had forgotten that
Home
it was your
repair
passion.
is my passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my passion in life. I love nothing more. And luckily, again, I don't remember last time, but last time it broke. It was right before I was supposed to bake bread for somebody. I owed somebody baked goods. And then my oven broke, and then I had to scramble to fix it.
Uh-huh.
And then, so the oven broke yesterday.
Greatest automotive podcast in the known universe.
The oven broke yesterday. Tomorrow is my wife's birthday. And so no pastries have been made.
Yeah.
No desserts have been concocted.
Oh, wow.
So what I did, this is genius. So what I did is, because I am convinced that these are just going to keep breaking, unless I am prepared, I ordered 2 of these.
Yeah, and you now have a RAID 1 of oven igniters.
Correct. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, did I do any research into why they keep failing? No. Nope.
None whatsoever.
Did I just throw an extra $25 at the problem? Yes.
That's exactly your damn ass you did.
Yes.
Yep.
So guess what I'm get to do tonight after we're done with
Dude,
this?
you're going to have a late night, buddy.
You know what, though? I've gotten pretty quick at this point.
Really?
Yeah, I can get it done in about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. Or car. Yeah.
But it's still pretty fucking annoying.
My poor buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, just remember, you're going to get the luxury of cooking on induction soon.
Yeah.
You've been cucked into using a more eco-friendly. What was the line I had about those idiots that have the stickers on their car? They say no airbags, we die like men, or something like that. Yeah. It was like heaven forbid supplemental safety restraints cuck you from death.
Yep. But you're right. Yeah, I'm being cucked into never having to replace this fucking thing again.
Yes, you are. Yep. It's like Ted Cruz is coming to your house himself, or not? Yeah, Joe Biden. Joe Biden is coming to your house himself.
I told Jenny that I want to put a stipulation into our home remodel that I get to office space that oven before it goes away.
Have you ever hit something like that with a baseball bat? It fucking hurts.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's all my content for tonight. I don't have anything else.
Greatest automotive podcast.
The only thing I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah. What's your album of the week? Ovens by Ovens. Yeah. You wrote an album so that you can have it on album of the week, and it's just I hate ovens. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what's going on, buddy. You got some high resistance somewhere. Yeah.
Something's happening somewhere that I don't understand. So
yep.
I don't know. If anyone wants to come fix my oven, I'll shoot you my address. That's as easy as it is to get my personal information. Promise me you'll fix my appliances.
And that
on
they
over.
stay fixed. Yeah.
Yeah, stay fixed. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I'm sorry, buddy, and happy birthday to your wife. Yes.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, it's not like you have built up a pattern of baking things for her birthday, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Expectations, they are medium.
Oh, buddy. Well, so besides oven repair, what other passions have you been pursuing, Ian?
I've been pursuing some mountain adventures.
Okay.
For the children.
Yeah.
You know what? They did not appreciate it. They were not grateful.
They didn't appreciate your passion.
We went up to Estes Park for the weekend.
Okay.
Celebrate my wife's birthday and everything else, and we just got like a cheapo cabin up there and kind of hung out. And the kids, man, they just complained the entire weekend. They were just angry with us. Yep.
Aww.
Don't know what we did wrong. But it was one of those ones where like we came back more exhausted than when we left.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah. But what I did find was I had never driven from Estes Park to like that Fort Collins section, like going on 34 out of Estes Park.
Oh, yeah. I never have either. Yeah.
It is an amazing road.
Okay.
It's really, really cool. And it's like one of those canyons where it gets narrower and narrower and narrower as you go down the mountain.
Okay.
And then just out of nowhere, you're just, boom, on the plains. Like, it's a really great road. I've never been on it before. But I was behind the mountain, like, older Jeep Cherokees, the square body Jeep Cherokees.
The Death Wobble
XJs,
Cherokee.
Whichever ones they are. Yeah. But this one was dialed because, like, coming out of Estes Park, I was behind him. And it was, it was on bigger tires and stuff like that. It looked like it was kind of set up for off-roading. But I was just on a straightaway out of Estes Park, and then you get right into it. There's a pretty sharp corner on 34 right out of Estes Park. And I'm in the all-track, which does okay. Even with having winter tires on it,
sure.
Like it does pretty well in the canyons. There's usually not a normal person that I can't keep up with, even with kids in the car and the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
With, very motion sick kids in the car.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I just like kind of judged my entry speed because it was a new road. I judged my entry speed based on the Jeep Cherokee. Having driven those before.
Right.
And having some familiarity with how like weeble wobble they are.
Uh-huh.
I was like, well, if that's the speed that guy's going in to that corner, I've got like at least a 20 mile an hour cushion.
Right.
And then I got into it and I was like, oh, this guy's after it. And that suspension is sorted because he wasn't like, actually leaning over. Like you normally see those things. So I had to like dial it back. I was like, good job. Good on you. Person who knows this road way better than me.
Right. Yeah. It's always interesting finding those people that just know the road because they hawk it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think about like the 18-wheelers on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, like that kind of stuff, right? That we'd always, on family vacation, we'd see like just freaking sending it past my dad white knuckling it in the minivan,
Right.
Yeah.
The best people, I'm convinced that the best drivers in the world are tour bus drivers. Like,
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right? If they run, like there's those situations where they run like the same mountain road, like over and over and over again in their enormous buses, and they can leave, like a paper's width of space between them and an oncoming car, and they're just eyes ahead. They're just boom, boom, boom. It's like muscle memory.
Yeah.
You don't even have to think about it.
Right.
And they will pass cars, like that sort of thing.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you mentioned that because I think that we have all judged how we could do in a turn based off of what another vehicle is doing.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Like if it's something faster, we're like, oh, there's no way. Like, or if it's something, like a truck or something like that, you're like, I have this clearly. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's a useful tool too, because, like the recommended speeds on like the road signs are useless. Right. Especially here in Colorado, because sometimes, like 20 miles an hour means 50 miles an hour, and sometimes 20 miles an hour means 10 miles an hour.
Right.
So you really can't trust those on the mountain roads. Really.
Yeah.
You really have to kind of pay attention to certainly the road conditions and your car and all that other stuff, but also just use your eyes, and the cars around you can give you some good clues sometimes, but sometimes they can be deceiving.
Right.
As I learned.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you didn't send it off the side there, buddy.
Oh yeah, no, we were fine, but it was one of those where, like, it wasn't like I didn't like run out of grip or anything like that.
Right.
It was just like, oh, this was faster than I thought it was.
Right.
That guy's sending it.
Yep. I now have a new respect for you, stranger.
Yep. Yeah, didn't even make it to the full apex of the quarter. I was just like, yep, nope.
Yep.
Good work.
Yeah. See you never again. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I kept up with them or whatever, but I was also in a car that's a foot lower.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and but it was fun, kind of chasing that guy down.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, I haven't taken a mountain drive for quite some time, but yeah, definitely need to do that again. Yeah.
It was fun.
Right on.
What about you? Any passion projects or fun things lately?
I've been doing some artwork that we'll kind of get into later, but yeah, I've been drawing. I've been listening to some good music and stuff. I stumbled across some Chemical Brothers bootlegs and stuff, so I've been digging on some of that stuff lately. Yeah.
Nice.
There's
another thing that we've both listened to.
Yes.
We were a guest on another podcast, the Racers HQ podcast. Now, we didn't even get into this when we were on the show, but like a million years ago, we were on. Were we on the first? No, we had the guy.
We had the original guy on our show.
The original guy from Racers HQ came on our show.
Yep.
A million years ago. But now, our great friend Matt is now hosting it with his friend Nate. And they were kind enough to have us on, and it was a great time.
Yeah, it was a delight. We've kind of known this, but we love being on other people's shows.
Yeah. I don't want to give people the impression that we stress out about this show, because I don't think that's accurate.
Right.
But there's at least some pressure to like, oh man, we got to like fill an hour.
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about? Do I have a game? Do I have graphics? And you have like way more work to do, but for someone else's show, we just show up and talk.
Yeah, it almost feels weird, right? Yeah.
Right. It's like I didn't do my homework sort of feeling.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. But we'll have a link to that episode and to Racers HQ in the description of this podcast on YouTube, for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, give that episode a listen, and give a bunch of their other episodes a listen, because I've listened to a few others. They're great. Yeah, definitely the grassroots racing kind of vein. But yeah, it's a fantastic show. Matt and Nate are great guys, and they do a great job putting that show on. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go check it out. Yeah.
And you have been a busy boy. You just talked about it. Let's get into it. This is sort of a programming note.
Yeah.
Sort of just a Dave has been doing things note.
Yeah. So a lot of our listeners have had stickers that we sent them, but we are going to start offering our stickers officially on the internet. So we're standing up a store. We have swear stickers, right, in both sizes and both kind of, I call it a swing, which way the little thing points. I have no idea what the real term is for like the comic book thing. I call it a left swing and a right swing. You know, this one's good for the driver's side of your car, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yep. You got the passenger side over here, right?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna put these up. We'll tweet out a link to our store and have it post to Instagram about it as well. And also we've developed a new sticker. You saw a little bit of a preview with it, with my mug and with my shirt, the Vegan Angel, and a design that I'm very very happy with, and I cannot do enough to pay tribute to that delightful car. And yeah, so here's the design. Here's the sticker that we're going to make really for. Cool. Thank you. Yeah,
I love the addition of the yellow headlights.
I figured you would. Yeah. It puts some life into it for sure. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks great. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. Pappy's been drawing on his iPad a bunch, and so we're gonna start selling these stickers, and whenever you can, buy some, because we would really appreciate it. You know? Yeah.
So we'll put the link to the store in the show description and all that.
Yeah.
And then we'll be tweeting it and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We also have some other news on this front.
Yeah.
And this was basically driven by. So we just want to, before we start talking about this, I just want to be clear, because we talked about it a little bit on Research HQ, and I've been thinking about it a lot. You know, our goal with this certainly has never been to make money.
Right.
Which I think mission accomplished.
yeah, done.
We have not done that.
Right.
And so we haven't, ever tried to do ads or anything like that. Right. And we, we haven't done the Patreon thing up till this point. But we finally found a really good, compelling reason to do it, which is that after, 300 episodes,
yes,
the bottom of the feed falls off of iTunes or Apple Podcasts or whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Yep, you're right.
So, yeah. So, to that end, Dave has done the legwork and launched a Patreon store. When is that going to go live? Do we know?
By the time you hear this episode, it should be live. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. So if you want to hear all of the Apex adjacent episodes and the old Team Clear Coat stuff back in the day, right? And you use Apple Podcasts, you can only see 300 episodes. This will be 386, right?
Yes.
And so what we're doing is we're going to start trimming that feed, because it gives us a warning and Apple Podcast users wouldn't see it anyway. So we're going to start trimming that feed to 300 episodes, and we're going to keep it at that. If you want to give us, our Patreon only has one tier. It is $1 a month, right? We do not need people to sign up for this, right? Like, we're not asking anybody to sign up. Should you want to, you can. You will get a shout out, and you will get the link to an XML where it has the full feed, so you can run it in Pocket Casts or anything besides Apple Podcasts, and it will show up. Now, here's the thing. If you don't want to pay, if you straight up don't want to pay, you don't need a reason, right? Or you can't. Just send us an email or a tweet and just ask for the link, and I'll give it to you. I'll put the link in the episode description, and we'll have it, right? That'll just be our archive, right? You can have it for free. So no one has to pay us, to get anything.
Going full Radiohead model on this one. Pay what you want.
Exactly, right? Yeah. And if you want to give us $1 a month, we would appreciate it. It would offset the literal thousands of dollars we've spent on this podcast. But, we do it because we love it. It is a passion of ours, just like appliance repair for Ian.
Oh, appliance repair, this show.
Right. He does it because he loves it. What else does he love? Swearing, getting tetanus boosters.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, all those things.
Yeah. So that's the story with our Patreon, right? So yeah, you don't have to sign up. We'll have that link everywhere. You can just ask us for it, and we don't care. Just you can have the link. We don't want people to sign up because they feel like they need to support the show or anything like that. That's not it at all. So yeah.
Now, if you have $10,000 a month burning a hole in your pocket and you really want to see our production values stay mostly the same but get a little bit better, go for it.
Exactly. We've created. I'm logging in. I see Ian has created another tier. Yeah. I mean, remember the backstory is before the pandemic hit, we were going to launch a Patreon, and we had every intent to produce extra content, and life threw a big wrench into that. And so we felt really weird about asking people for money during one of the hardest times that we've ever faced in our lives. And so we instantly backed out that decision. And now, because of a weird, dumb Apple technical thing, we're kind of maybe having a way to work around it. So
totally. Yeah. And I think, our both of our life situations changed appreciably in that time where we just have less time to make extra content. So I think this is for the best, and I think it's a great idea, and I hope people take advantage of it. So
for sure,
should be good.
Yeah, we want people to have all the episodes. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say something sarcastic about people plumbing our old episodes for problematic content, which.
Are we going to get milkshake ducked in?
Probably yes. The big oven is coming after me.
I think if somebody went through all of my tweets, they would see I remember one super old tweet. Like one of my first ones was just farting in bike shorts. Not as fun as you'd think. So yeah, you're more than welcome to dig deep and see if you can find that.
They're all winners.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, that's the podcast business stuff right now. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's stop talking about it. Go buy some stickers. What else do we got? Oh, okay. So since graphic design is your passion, we're talking about passions. This is all about passion projects this week. All right, in another just feeble attempt to get you to give a shit about Formula One, but recently, so all of the Formula One is about to start back up. It's very exciting. This week is preseason testing in Bahrain, but all the teams kind of announced all their liveries for the season, and some of them are really, really cool looking, and some of them are not so great. But basically, there's a trend this year that I want to get your opinion on, because you, more than racing, I think you probably, more than watching racing anyway, you care more maybe about the liveries.
Absolutely.
And the trend is basically less paint. So there's a lot of bare carbon this year.
Okay.
And it's proving pretty controversial. And some teams, I think, have done it more successfully than others.
Okay.
And so I want to get your opinion on this, because the cars look a little different this year in that a lot of them have a lot less paint, and some of them is just like, you could tell they just like masked a big section off and like, well, let's not paint that.
Okay.
Just to try to save weight.
Oh, okay.
Because the paint is heavy relative to an F1 car.
Right.
So this is an ESPN article. It's got all of the liveries of all the teams.
Okay.
So I want to just scroll down to the Mercedes one, because I think that's an example where they did it really, really well.
Okay. All right.
Especially Hamilton's car. Like, I think it looks really good. Like it's all black basically, but it's bare carbon, and they just have like painted accents on it, and I think it looks really good.
It does look really good, and they have the benefit of like black being one of the standout colors that they had before, right? Like that was one of the tentpole colors that they had. So yeah, I mean, their designers were like, like take out the black. Oh, it's still black. Okay, right? Yeah. Car looks great.
And the side view, unfortunately, it's not in this. In that, here's one. Let me drop this in the talkabouts. But there is the side view is especially really, really cool.
Okay.
Let me stand by, everybody. We're copying and we're pasting. We're doing all sorts of things.
Uh-huh. Oh
okay,
my
there
God.
You go.
You just tweeted me like a link that's like 4,000 lines long. I didn't know I was getting your full Notepad++ document here.
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay, it's a Twitter link. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, very swoopy. Yeah. Yeah, that's really pretty. It looks great. Yeah.
And it just looks good, and it's mostly just like bare carbon. And it just looks really cool.
Yeah. I'm here for it. Yeah. It looks great. Yeah. Nice, man.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, and then so then take a look at some of the other ones, and I'm just curious to know what you think about some of them, because I think some of them do the like bare spots a little less successfully.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Ferrari, red up top, black on the bottom, right? And I think it looks great. Black is a wonderful complementary color to what they're running. Do all of the are these little things behind the front wheels new? Like they're like beefed up like aerodynamic shields behind the wheels, the front wheels?
Yeah, I think most, if not all, the teams ran them last year as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and so this is a continuation of this year is sort of a continuation of last year's big move towards more ground effects rather than wing downforce. So these are all kind of evolutions of last year.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
But the big change is like that they are just stripping paint off.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does look like Alpine phoned it in, but I don't think they really have the resources, do they? For the designers, yeah, it's pink. I mean, they should.
They're backed by Renault. I mean, that's a factory team, so they should have the resources. They have a weird thing where they're like, the Alpine color is that blue, that dark blue, but then their main sponsor is the pink. And I wish they had just gone with a pink car, because like the pink, I think is really cool.
Yes,
and it stands out really well, and I think it does not work with the black stripes and shit.
No, the pink and the blue together don't. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Digging the McLaren orange is always great with black. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some would say orange is the new black. Yeah. Alfa Romeo looks great. Like, how can you mess up like a red and a black car, right? Yeah,
right.
Of course, the Aston Martin looks freaking baller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that beautiful green, and I love these swooping lines to accent the ground effects and the contour of the body.
Right.
Haas, yeah. Easy win for Haas with red and black and white. Yeah.
I really like the Haas car.
Yeah. AlphaTauri. They didn't get the memo that they were supposed to lose paint because the entire car still looks painted.
Well, but if you look closely, it is blue
this bottom
and black
piece here. Yeah.
Which is a weird look.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not enough contrast. Yeah.
It looks like when you wear like a navy sweater with black pants on accident.
Yeah. Right?
You know?
Yeah. Or it's like kind of dark in your bedroom and you're trying to pick out the black or the blue undershirt. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Right? Yeah. Or socks or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. The Williams car looks good. That's a pop and blue, 2 different tones of blue and the black. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's looking good, man. Yeah. Oh no, Lance Stroll was in a bicycle crash?
And then the Red Bull's all the way at the top.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not much of a difference for them, but it still looks
No.
good. Their livery is fantastic. The bowl and everything. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think if I had to pick a favorite, it'd probably be Aston Martin. That
Okay.
green just looks so great. Like, what do you think your favorite is?
Yeah, probably it's kind of a three-way tie between Aston, Haas, and Mercedes for me. I mean,
Yeah.
Mercedes just looks, I mean, so menacing and cool.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
Nice,
think
man.
the next one down is probably McLaren. McLaren looks good.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Orange and black. Yeah. Nice, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah. No.
good.
They look great. Yeah. I don't know. I really like the Ferrari. I really like that Aston. Like that's one that's gonna stick in my head. Yeah.
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 It doesn't look much different than last year, but I mean, why should it? Like,
Right.
It sounded so good.
Yeah.
Or it
What's
looks
like
so good.
the one I think about a lot is it's not an F1 car. It's the Bentley Continental GT3 car,
Oh yeah.
right? Yeah. The green one. I think there was one that was all kind of black and green. Not that one. Huh. I can't find it. Maybe I'm misremembering it. But I do remember
Well, I always think about the one, the ones on the two on the left there with just
Yeah.
like that cool neon lip spoiler.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, man. Yeah. Would you ever do like one spoke of your wheels, like one bold color? Would you ever do something like that?
I've always wanted to do something like that,
Yeah.
which is a very like Ken Block sort of like thing to
Yeah.
do. I would have to get different wheels. I think if I had like
Yeah.
some of those like 5-spoke Sparko
Yeah.
sort of things, or like the 10-spoke Sparkos that you always see on rally
Yeah.
cars, like I'd do it with that. Honestly, I've been obsessed lately with like rotiforms, and I desperately want a pair of rotiforms on my car, and I don't think it works.
Okay.
Like I want like some no shit turbofan
Okay.
aero disc
Uh-huh.
rotiforms, and I know it's ridiculous, but I want one. I want a car. I want to buy a car. I've been thinking a lot about this actually lately because I want a car that works with those sorts of wheels.
Okay. Okay. Like you're starting with the wheels and building the car around it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, yes, that was the other thing. Is yesterday on the way home from the mountains, when we were driving on 34, I saw this just mint Fox body Mustang, black, just super clean looking, but it was on gold BBSs,
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah.
and it had it was being driven very spiritedly. The license plate said Track Day.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, it flew by way too fast for me to get a picture. But I was just like, yes, that's like perfect, like gold BBSs on that era car.
Right.
There's just nothing better. And
Yeah.
like a set of rotiforms on something 4-wheel drive and from the 90s would just be the shit.
Right.
Like that would just be the coolest.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I worry that my car is too like it's not of that era, and it would look weird with rotiform.
It's not angular enough, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah. You're in that era where everything was rounded and smooth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can't have rounded and smooth wheels.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You definitely need some angles to kind of pop up those rotiforms. I like that, like you found that in Forza and like you're kind of fixating on it, right?
Yeah.
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 I put the S2000 on. I have an S2000 in Forza that I put on like gold wheels.
Uh-huh.
And then I have a Corvette, a CA Corvette that I've done a bunch of mods to, but that's on like white aero discs, which is fucking great. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Like car customization in video games is something that like I can just do for hours, right?
Yeah. And I go, I don't know about anybody else, but I go way loud. Like I go like crazy, like garish colors. I like doing weird shit with the cars in video games. It's things that I would never do in real life.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just fun.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I need some white wheels in my life is what we're getting to.
Yeah, I mean, one of the stock sets of Abarth wheels had were white wheels, and everybody complains about brake dust just destroying those things.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Right? Got to ceramic coat it. I don't know if you can vinyl wrap your, paint protection film, your wheels, but man, yeah, brake dust and white wheels, buddy. Yeah. Right?
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the 2 days a year that they're very clean. You're looking really good.
Yeah. Yeah. You having something with turbofans like is definitely like I would put that on my vision board. That's how much I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right? Yeah. I dig that, man. I dig that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I was just talking about driving in the mountains. I have sort of a mountain themed license plate game.
Do you really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. I want to play a license plate game. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this one is called Did You Know That Some People Enjoy the Outdoors?
Okay. Okay.
These are all license plates. I think I took all these.
Okay.
I took all these, and they are all letting you know I'm crunchy. I like the outdoors. I do things outside.
Yeah.
Even though you know that because I'm outside right now.
Right. I have a lot of these kinds of plates in the hopper. I've been waiting
I bet you
for
do.
Yeah. Yeah, because we live in Colorado.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm pulling it up now. Let's see what's up. Okay. Okay. All right. We have a Lexus. That's the GX 460 or 70 up at the top there.
Oh man, I'm so happy that you knew that because I had no idea.
Yeah, GX. So that's I like those. I like. Have you seen a lifted one?
Yes.
Yeah, they look pretty rad, right?
And this is essentially the Land Cruiser, right?
I don't know because the Land Cruiser is the big Lexus, the LX.
Oh, okay.
This is the next down, so this is a 4Runner. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so it's a white GX. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then we have a new RAV4 here in that kind of puttyish green color, which I like. Mm-hmm. And then a Volkswagen Touareg. Yep. With just everything on the roof. It looks like they have a full adult erector set on the roof.
Yeah. And there's big tires and stuff.
Yep. Oh yeah, look at those tires. I didn't even see that. Okay. All right, the license plates. Okay, we have Happy Trails, all right? HPYTRLS. Mountain Breaker, Mountain Burker, BRKR. Did they want Mountain Biker and they couldn't get Mountain Biker, but I think they meant to say Mountain Breaker.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Mountain Dude. This one, your eyes had to roll back into the back of your head when you saw this one. MTN.
Yeah, I had to file a workers' comp claim on this one.
DEWD. Mountain Dude. Okay. You should have sent that one to PETA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do some zoomies and enhances.
Okay. So we're looking at the Lexus first.
Yep. Lexus got a chrome license plate frame. Yep. Got the chrome wheels. They obviously didn't listen to Jay-Z when he said, no chrome on the wheels. I'm a grown up for real. You got your fast pass. Yeah, this thing is well used. Well used. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Got some rock chips on the bumper. Proper.
Yep. Yep. Right?
That's a daily.
Yep, daily. It probably has 200,000 miles on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. RAV4 looking pretty new. Louisiana plates. Oh, I saw a plate today. I didn't get a picture of it, but it's just off the Louisiana plate. It said Nolans, Nawlinz. Nolans.
That's awesome. That's great.
Okay, that's a great plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Pretty standard looking RAV4. And then we have the Chonk Boy with a bunch of stickers. The Touareg, man, those are some beefy tires. American flag sticker. I'm gonna guess some kind of brewery. The guy that ruins every camp out, a silhouette of a guy playing a guitar like on a little camp chair.
Playing "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
This is like it's like set up for like overlanding sort of thing.
Yeah.
We got camp chairs. We got a Yeti cooler because of course it's the Yeti cooler.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. Okay. This. Oh man. Okay. I want to give Mountain Dude to the Touareg. That has the most dude bro, flavor to it, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I think I have to go Happy Trails on the day-lead, well-loved white Lexus.
Okay.
So I think these might be in order. I got then the Mountain Burker, which I still don't know what it means. Mountain Breaker? Yeah. I don't know. What do you think it means? Or do you not?
I'm not going to help you here. I'm not going to help you here because I think it would give you a hint.
Okay. Huh.
I'll tell you, you lock in your answer, then I'll tell you what I think it means, and we'll see if you change your answer based on that.
Okay. All right. Yes, I will say, lock it in that these are in order. Happy Trails, Mountain Burker, and Mountain Dude. Okay.
So I think Mountain Burger is not an acid reflux.
Wait, I think I have it. Mountain Broker?
I think that's it.
Like a real estate or financial person?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's maybe a real estate person.
Okay. And
would you like to change your answer based on that?
I might. So also, I think I kind of forgot to think about the fact that the Louisiana plates, that we have Louisiana plates, but they're mountain themed. The last time you checked, Ian, were there mountains in Louisiana?
I didn't say they were mountain themed. I said sort of mountain themed. It's an outdoor theme.
Outdoor themed, right? Yeah.
So don't get too hung up on the mountain thing.
Okay, that makes me want to put Happy Trails on the RAV4 and the Mountain Broker on the Lexus and Mountain Dude still on the Touareg. That's the right answer. You don't even need to tell me I'm correct. All right, cool. I have a license plate game for you. Okay. All right, but yes, lock it in, Ian. Lock it in.
Okay. Yeah. No, you should be proud of yourself. That is correct.
Okay.
So I thought that this one was going to be too easy because I thought, one, you're going to figure out Mountain Broker right away, and two, if you looked around at the other cars in the Louisiana one, they're all from Louisiana because I took that picture in New Orleans. They're all from Mississippi or Louisiana. I took that picture in New Orleans. And so obviously it's not going to reference mountains because, as you said, there's no mountains in Louisiana.
Right.
But yeah, I saw these other two this weekend.
Oh,
at
wow.
Estes Park. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice, Ian. Yeah. Did you hang out with Mountain Dude at all?
No, but they probably said something to me because here's the thing: if you are transporting a child up or down a mountain on a hiking trail, like as we regularly do, what we do when we go hiking in the winter is we'll wear our snowshoes or our yak tracks are like little grippy
Yes.
guys. And I'll bring a sled. And so, when the 4-year-old gets tired, he can go in the sled and I'll just tow him like, the absolute pack animal that I am to these people. And then when they were babies, they would be on our back, on our front or on our back or whatever.
Yeah.
And, yeah, no, that's definitely my role.
You have the fur. You have the fur.
That's true. And every person, and it was whatever reason, this trail in particular, every person will say something along the lines of, "When's my turn?"
Yes.
Or,
yes,
"That's the way to travel." Or they have to say something. Like, just saying nothing is just not an option.
Right. Right.
And some trails are, when we were in Rocky Mountain National Park this weekend, it was more, right?
Yeah.
It was more. It's like, when people talk about having supercars and like Doug DeMuro always talks about that, like the 5 things that people say to you at stoplights or the gas station or whatever.
Right.
It's that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, everybody is dumb.
Yes. Yeah.
So I probably had some sort of interaction with Mountain Dude.
You probably did. Yeah.
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 And I was probably, and so for context, I was saying that the kids were complaining the entire time. So at one point, I had them both in the sled. I was towing them both in the sled.
Uphill?
Up and downhill, which downhill is actually harder because you have to like keep them from falling off the side of a cliff.
Right.
And gravity wants to take over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like 100 pounds of boy just wedged into a sled.
Uh-huh.
And so like I'm trying to like, and people are like, "Oh wow, that looks fun," blah blah blah. And meanwhile, they're both yelling at me, complaining as I'm doing it. And I'm like, the next person who says something cutesy to me is getting thrown off a cliff.
Right. Right. Right.
Or they own these children. The next person who says something funny.
Oh, funny. Air quote funny. Yeah.
Is now responsible for these children.
Yes. Yeah. It's the smelt it, dealt it rule of parenting.
Yeah, it looks like fun. Great, give it a shot.
Yeah, here you go, fucko.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a similar experience quite often, Ian, in my life where I get comments from fucking strangers and I cannot stand it. I buy my wife a lot of flowers. I buy her roses and sunflowers usually, right? And she loves flowers, and I love buying them for her. And the times that I'm walking out of Costco with a dozen roses, or like last time, I had sunflowers and roses because flowers get all fucked up from Valentine's Day and stuff like that, and whatever. So finally getting stuff for the house. And dude says, "Whoa, how many girlfriends do you have?" Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, because I'm buying 2 different things of flowers. Yeah. The next person that says something dumb to me, I'm just going to try this. I'm going to do it once. I am going to say, "Shut the fuck up," in public. I am going to say that to a human being.
No, I think the move next time someone says something to you about the flowers is you immediately drop to one knee and propose.
Or I could just go there for her funeral. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, either one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am fully on board with either one of those. I think they're both hilarious.
Yeah, because I'm not a mean person, but god damn it, I'm getting sick of people saying shit like that to me. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There for her funeral. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It would be my luck that I'd be listening to some podcast and they'd see me smiling like some idiot before that, and then that interaction would happen, and then they would, I don't know, try to figure out if I've been on a Dateline episode or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, Ian, yes, I bet Mountain Dude did talk to you. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
It says here that you have one.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
do. I've got a little bit of listener my eyes that they've sent us real quick, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Remember when we were talking about license plates that line up to cars, the CRV? Mm-hmm. Yeah, our good buddy Mark saw two. Two cars right in a row with a license plate TWO as the first three letters. Yeah. So
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So these people moved to Colorado. This is a family. They moved to Colorado. They got their cars registered at the same time.
Right? Yeah. And this one was really close from not getting two. It was 2999. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then our buddy Justin was kicking it down in New Zealand. Our buddy Justin was kicking around on Google Maps, and he happened across a Fiat 500. Oh wait, that's not it. A Fiat 500 that like Google Maps glitched out on, and it turned it into like a little like ute or pickup truck or something, and extended the wheelbase. And yeah,
I love that. It's like an RX-8 meets ute sort of thing.
Yeah.
In the back.
Right. Yeah.
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 I want this. I want this body design. That actually looks pretty great.
Yeah. Fiat, take note. Right.
Yeah. Make it happen.
Yeah. And then he said Google Maps made his family wagon like a 6-wheeler as well. So yeah. That's pretty rad. Yeah. So thank you for sending those, Justin. Yeah. It looks badass. I would love a Honda 6-wheel wagon. Right.
I'd daily it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. There's some listener stuff. Thanks for sending that in, guys. Mark and Justin. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, I have a license plate game for you. And then, but how about we do your album of the week first? And
sure.
We can close. I have Dave's album of the week progress report, my listening initiative to listen to all your albums. Right.
Okay.
So I marathon during one of the drawing sessions for the Vegan Angel sticker. I marathon Young Fathers, the television album Marquee Moon, and then the makeup album Live, blah blah blah, destination ampersand something, right?
Yes.
So I listened to all three of those right in a row.
Okay.
Like the Young Fathers, we talked about that, right?
Figured you would like that one, yeah.
Yeah. Loved Marquee Moon. That's a great album.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, really enjoy that. Could not care less for the makeup album.
Yep.
Yeah.
I understand why.
Not my thing. Yeah.
I understand why. It's that one. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
And you get it or you don't. And it speaks to you or it doesn't. And for whatever reason, even the guy who introduced it, so like a lot of these things, my friend Mike, who I do vinyl night with, he's like, he's about 10 years older than me, and he kind of was an indie kid for a very long time. And so like I have these huge blind spots about indie music and stuff, and he kind of fills a lot of those in. And it was one of those things where like he told me about that Marquee Moon or the makeup album, and he was like, I think you'll like it. Like he just had a feeling that I would like it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just one of those things where like it grabs you or it doesn't, and if it doesn't, I think everyone understands.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It made me think of like finding the Mighty Boosh, right? Mm-hmm. Like just that show is definitely a vibe, and like it's you're kind of either into it or you're not, and you can tell pretty quick, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But I listened to the entire album front to back.
Okay.
So I did give it, the old college dropout try. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple of songs on there that I absolutely love. Like the one that I think I said, Here Comes the Judge is great. And then what's the other one? How Pretty Can You Get is the other one that I like, where he talks about like getting out of prison and stuff like that. I love that song.
Yeah.
And they're all short.
Yes.
They're all short songs. It's all like 2 minutes.
Yep. I love like a 35-minute, 11-song album. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Green Day Insomniac, song quantity and duration. Right?
Well, this week I think you'll be happy because the songs are a little longer.
Okay.
But the album is 33 minutes.
Okay.
And so I need to give a little bit of background for this because I was over at your house when we were on Racers HQ. We were actually in the same room when we dialed into that show, which was great.
Yeah.
But you showed me a box of records that you got.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And one of the things that I mentioned Vinyl Night earlier. So basically, my friends and I get together. We take turns playing records for each other. And one of the great experiences of doing that is sometimes, every once in a while, someone will bring something where you would only ever heard it either over a shitty FM radio or maybe even over a speaker in like a supermarket or something like that.
Right.
And it's just definitely not the way that the person who recorded it intended you to hear it. You know? And like I had that experience with like the first Madonna record. Somebody brought that one week, and I was like, oh, somebody put like effort and thought and love into this, and like it sounds incredible, and like, oh, I kind of get this now.
Right.
And it's not like an audiophile vinyl is better thing. It's more just like it wasn't being played through a speaker the size of my palm. Like, It was actually nice. And so I had that experience with one of the Donna Summer records. And, because I grew up definitely we talked about this on the show before, like definite opinions about disco, which were very not informed. And of course there was shit disco, but there's shit all sorts of every genre.
Yeah.
And those Donna Summer records with Giorgio Moroni producing are just bangers. They're so good. But what I found from that was there's this weirdo band called Sparks, which has had this 50-year-long career, and they're really out there and weird. They're two brothers, and I've never really gotten into them. But when I loved that Donna Summer record, my friend said, well, Giorgio Moroni produced that. He also produced a Sparks record, and there's nothing I love more than like a weird collaboration between like a producer from one genre and a band from another genre.
Yeah.
And this is that. So the album is Number One in Heaven from 1979 by the band Sparks.
Edgar Wright just had a documentary about Sparks. Yeah.
Yes. It came out a year or two ago.
Yeah.
But this record is so over the top and crazy and just a ton of fun. I've known about it for a few years now, and I listen to it all the time. And it's a weird, like, just aside in their kind of catalog. Like, they didn't really, stay down the disco path, but I think it really kind of predicts some of the music that we really like today. Like, I think there's a lot of LCD Sound System can kind of trace its roots back because it's a rock band doing disco.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it's like LCD Sound System-ish. There's a little bit of, like, I think some Daft Punk in there. It's great.
Okay.
It's just a lot of fun and kooky. So go in expecting kooky, and you will be rewarded.
Nice, man.
Number One in Heaven, and the title track is just fantastic. It's so good.
Okay.
The first song, and then the title track at the end, I think are my two favorites. But yeah, the whole record is bonkers.
That's sweet. Okay, I'm looking forward to listening to this. Yeah, links for Apple Music. I don't know if Sparks is on Bandcamp. Apple Music, Bandcamp if it's there, or Spotify. And if there's any other platforms you folks want me to put a link to, let me know. But yeah, definitely check out Ian's album of the week. Sparks, Number One in Heaven.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Ian.
I'm curious to hear what people think about this one. So
yeah,
I think this one might be divisive a little bit, but I think the people who love it are going to really be into it.
Nice, man. Right on.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, Ian. Yeah,
no problem. Should we finish up on a license plate game?
I think so, Ian. I think so. I'm pulling up the Ian Don't Look folder. Ian, this one is called Yo. You want that title again?
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Yo.
Oh, okay, got it.
Not MTV Raps, just Yo.
Nice.
All right. Here you go, buddy. Talk to the people. What do you see?
So we've got 3 Toyota Tundras, it would appear. We've got a white Tundra that looks like sort of like a work sort of truck. It's got a topper on it, some roof bars, dirty Colorado plates. Then we've got a black Tundra with a big beep beep, I'm a big boy lift kit on it, and a bright red diff and some bright red shocks. Sure, why not? With wheels that don't fit. And then a very rad looking Toyota. Is that a Tacoma?
I think it's a Tacoma. Yep.
I think that one's a Tacoma on the bottom, but it's got like basically like sundowner livery on it, which is rad as hell.
Right?
I'm into that. I like that.
Yeah.
Black wheels, white with like, like the orange and red sort of thing. You know what it reminds me of is what's the off-road race?
The Dakar?
No. The arcade.
Iron
race.
Man Ivan Stewart's Super Off-Road.
Yes.
Yep.
It looks like those graphics.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yep, it does. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, that's what it looks like in my...
Yep, because it has...
Oh, that's what it is!
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tribute livery. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
Man, I'm usually really bad at that.
No, that's great. One of the best arcade games ever, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
Okay, and then we got Big Yoda, Big YOTA, Hot Taco, and Yoda Toy. Oh, I see. Yoda Toy. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Hot Taco is the bottom one because that's the only Tacoma.
Okay. All right. Maybe somebody upgraded. I don't know.
I think that's it.
Okay.
And I think that might have been taken at Autocross as well.
What are you talking about?
I think you might have took that at Autocross.
Yep.
And I think that fits. So I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
So then we've got the Brodozer and the functional truck.
Right?
And we've got Big Yoda. And then what was the other one?
Yeah, Yoda Toy.
Yoda Toy.
Yep. Yeah. Not much to go on the white Tundra, huh?
No.
Yeah. But this big boy, beep beep. Yeah. It's got all the weird red anodized parts, and it looks like the wheels are red as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Tough one, huh?
That is tough. So I think
Hot Taco almost fits.
I'm going to put Yoda Toy at the top.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to put Big Yoda in the middle because I think this person more than fun is concerned with big.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
So I'm going to say Yoda Toy for the white Tundra, which maybe is just used for camping and fun things. And then the Big Yoda for the Brodozer, and then the Hot Taco for the admittedly rad as hell Tacoma.
Right. Okay. All right. Ian, I think you're going to be happy with the results.
Okay.
Here you go, buddy. You got them all right. Yoda Toy, Big Yoda for the Brodozer, and Hot Taco for the Autocross Tacoma that I saw. Yes, and Jesse sent us the Big Yoda. Yep. So good spot, Jesse. Effing good spot.
Excellent. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, when I finally got the 3 Toyotas together, I was like, this is happening.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yep. So there you go. Nice, man. Well done. We each got all 3 on our license plate games.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Go on.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I mean, I wasn't. I knew we would do that.
Real quick, I do have a question. If you had to FMK these cars, I know you're marrying the rad Tacoma, right? Mm-hmm. With that livery. What would you F? Would it be the crazy Brodozer? Would you Brodoze for a day?
No.
No, you would just kill it straight into the fire. And then you would be like the most anonymous contractor in the universe, driving a completely white Toyota Tundra with a topper.
Yeah, because you know what I could do in that?
What?
Pursue my true passion, home appliance repair.
You could fit so many washing machines and ovens into that. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to circle back on that. Yeah. Okay.
No, and also I have no interest in the Brodozer thing. Like I can't. I would feel so weird and self-conscious in it. Like it would just, I don't know, because I know how I see people who have Brodozers.
Right.
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you do the same?
I don't know. I may want to Brodoze just to find other Brodozes and like see if I could run over them.
You want to Brodoze for science, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Some Brodozer science. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, or I would do that thing that you see like people do on the internet where they just like their kid asks them like, "What happens when you run over a stick of butter?" And then they just like, then they do it and show the kid. Yeah. I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Mr. Dave, I think we did a car show.
We did. We talked about your true passion and then your backup passions like podcasting and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Backup to the backup passion.
Yes. The oven behind the oven behind the oven.
Yeah. I think if people enjoy this, they should text us 720-515-1391. Send us some license plate pics or just thoughts. You can say hi, whatever. There's no rules on that. Except for penises. We don't want penises.
Nope, there are some rules.
There are some rules. When I said there were no rules, I meant there were some rules. apexadjacent@gmail. The social medias sometimes. Yeah. And then check out our Patreon and the sticker store.
Yep, absolutely.
Everybody, thank you so much. We love you. Goodbye.